Hi guys, it's the Arty Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Please grab your teas, grab your coffees, maybe a little bit of food. Of course, it's porridge for me again. And let's do this. You know how it's done here. Let's take a sip of coffee. Come on. Lovely caffeinated coffee today. Yesterday was decaf. I did my video after work. Anyway, guys, if you're into retrospectives, complete in-box experiences, art and graphic design, you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. Anyway, guys, we're going to get straight into it. You probably have already seen the thumbnail. We are going to be revisiting Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on the PS1. Now I have completed it as an adult. Yes, an adult.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And yeah, just revisiting it from an artist standpoint. Does this box art really betray the game? And also, does the game really betray this lovely art style on the front here? And of course, we're going to be taking a look at the front, the back, the manual and the disc, of course. Just really giving it my overall artsy gamer vibe. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I've been playing this on TikTok. So when I feel necessary, I'll put in a bit of a video clips of my awesome gameplay. Sometimes I beg to differ. See Nictor and Oh, can you just go and visit him and say, can I restart? I didn't know that. Oh, can I? Can I get... Oh, I can! I didn't know I could go back to him and go, oh, baby, can I just restart? But anyway... I digress. We're going to get straight into it. So here we are, the lovely front here. Now, unfortunately, this is a bit of a cracked box. I did mention it in my last video. I did pick this up from Vinted, and the picture actually displayed quite a nice image. I didn't quite see the crack, and I think it may have just appeared as maybe a bit more of a shine rather than an actual crack itself. I don't think there was anything in the description to say that the box was cracked. But anyway, when it turned up, yeah, there was a big old crack in it. So it is what it is. Luckily, the actual internals are all tip-top condition, so I don't really have any complaints there. But just a big thing, if you are looking to rebuild your gaming collection to a tip-top condition, really, really do pay attention to the images and maybe do actually a little bit of zooming in to really get microscopic on those things, because, yeah, I did miss this crack. If you are looking to get stuff online, I do recommend Vinted, though. Yes, I did have a bit of a bad experience here, but a lot of the resellers actually, they put multiple pictures on, loads and loads, going into really great detail. So yeah, if you are looking to pick up something, I would actually suggest Vinted. But anyway, nevertheless, we'll get straight on to the lovely box art here. So my first video actually going into this was literally just my first initial impressions, just looking at the artwork. But now I've played it as a gamer and completed it from start to finish, I really now want to go into the depth of my real interpretation of this and how I feel the developers really brought a lot of the game into the box art as well. Yeah, so here we go, instantly. Actually, you know what, guys, we will actually open this straight away to avoid the glare, because actually this is just a slip. The front cover is actually just a slip. It's not printed on to the actual case itself. So yeah, we'll give it an artsy gamer pop already. Oh. Without breaking the case any further. And there we go, look, it's just actually a slip. But luckily, like I said, this is actually in really pristine condition. Yeah, really, really nice. So yeah, we'll hold this up. So yeah, here we go. We've got a lovely blue, subtle backdrop there. Harry flying over the lake on his broomstick. I think I mentioned it in my last video. I think this really is a lovely piece. It is Harry just in a lovely action shot there. And it just, I think entices the game with regards to, yes, okay, there's going to be some lovely action here and it's going to be flying as well. So yeah, I think that's really, really lovely how they've done that. But also the blue, backdrop there over the lake, I think symbolises a state of real like magical mystery. I think that is the word that I'm going for. Magical mystery. Yeah, I think that really, really works, because a lot of the scenes in the game, you have just like some beautiful, beautiful, I would say, blue shell shady effects, mostly in the darker scenes. And quite often there'll be just like little sparkles, very similar to what you were getting here, just from maybe like, I don't know, an enemy just about to attack you, or things that you can interact with. There'll be a little sparkle over there, and little glimpses of, you know, shines on swords and stuff like that. And those twinkles really just give me like a magical effect and a magical feeling, I would say, as a gamer. So yeah, I think they've done that really, really well. And a lot of the time it was in those kind of like deeper, darker scenes, and that's where I'm getting to. That lovely blue, again, deeper, darker scene really makes those kind of like lighty, sparkly things really shine through, and you see a lot of that in the game. I think that's what I was trying to say, guys. But yeah, as you can see on the box art, instantly you have got that. You have got those beautiful sparks there that do, you know, catch the eye every now and then. And it's displayed here in this box art, and it's also displayed in the game as well. And I think that's really, really lovely. Like I said, we have got Harry in an action shot. It is him on the broom. I think that's really lovely. There is a lot of broomstick flying and gameplay in Harry Potter here. So I think they've used that really well. And I think they've done this action shot here because they want to display some action, but maybe not give too much away in terms of, you know, how much action you're going to get when you're fighting against Voldemort and fighting against Draco and all his stupid mates in that first scene. Oh my God, that was a killer. I'm not joking. But yeah, they don't want to give too much away. And also, I don't think they want to scare children as well going into this. So I think they did the right thing to do here to capture Harry in some action, but not too scary, not too evil, you know, to put off younger players, but also to really capture those gamers that are wanting a little bit of action, are wanting a bit of hardcore gameplay and competition at that, because yes, you know, you are going to be up against, you know, other people, other houses, and that screams a bit of competition as well. So yeah, I think they've done really well to put this together here. Yeah, lovely. We have got the Harry Potter again in gold. It is still that cutesy phase of Harry. I think I've mentioned that before. So yeah, really lovely. And actually, again, I'm sorry, I might be repeating myself if you have watched my last video, but I think I'm going to mention it again because I think it just really ties the whole artwork together. You've got the lovely Harry Potter in gold there. And then you've just got that lovely Harry reaching out for the golden snitch. So it kind of goes gold, then character, then fades into that lovely gold again with all those sparkles down there. Yeah, really, really lovely. And I think now, you know, as I've played this as an adult, I'm really starting to interpret this box art a lot more because it is just subtle hints that are actually visible in the game. Yeah, it's really, really lovely. Again, you know, sparkles that you see as you're, you know, about to interact with something. I think the gold here really works because, you know, in the castle, it is like a gold kind of colour that is used to represent those stones, you know, that beautiful stone used in the Hogwarts. So yeah, those colours just really shine through, and I think they're represented so well in this game. Yeah, and this box art in general, really, really nice. Yeah, typical EA game logo. And you know what, guys? You know what? We need to insert an EA gaming thing here because we've only just used, you know, the sports one. We haven't had the EA challenge everything, have we? So let's insert that now.
EA Games.
Challenge everything. Yeah, fantastic. I hope you blooming enjoyed that because it's always quite hard to insert. But yeah, and God, how retro is that? Yeah. Although, unfortunately, this Harry Potter doesn't actually use the challenge everything. It just spins up this logo at the start. It's actually Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, I think, started to begin that kind of like that logo there, and EA Games, challenge everything.
EA Games.
Challenge everything. So yeah, but anyway, really, really lovely box art here, and I will just pop this to one side. Now, the reason why I have actually got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets up here as well is because, so I'm bringing this back in now, sorry. They have actually, I would say, gone for the same character model. Now, you might think, no, they have not. No, they have not. How can you say the character model used in this game is the same as that game? Now, I know it isn't, because they have used completely different polygons. They had limited polygons in this one, or whatever you want to call it, and they obviously had multiple in this one to make, you know, a more rounded character. But the way Harry runs, his movements, his quirks in this game are so similar to the ones in Chamber. I really do think that, yeah. The way he, you know, looks up around all his enemies and his friends, his quirky lines that he uses, the way, I don't know, just the way his glasses just sit on his face at times when you see that in, you know, cutscenes. It is so representative in this one as well, and I think it really is lovely. And also, I say that because going into this game, they actually used same music, or shall I say this Chamber used the same music as Philosopher. So when I heard that beautiful music being, you know, reused in Chamber, I thought, yes, actually, yes. This is literally the next one in this franchise. It's just on the PS2. They are not completely separate games at all. EA really did a good job of actually moving the characteristics, the lovely quirks, you know, the brilliant animations, and just upscaled it, made it a better game, you know, really just did what they did well in this game and then just lightened it up even further, baby. So yeah, that's why I kind of brought these two together as well. And again, I think just that lovely, you know, it's not obviously the graphics used in the game, but yes, so lovely. And again, it's here as well, you know, just a lovely drawing of Harry in more of, I would say, a realistic kind of vibe going on there, but also storybook, which I think has got going on there. And they've used it here and then they used it there as well. And I think it's so lovely. So yeah, that's why I also brought this one over to the studio. Anyway, I'm not getting a bit parched. Let's have a quick sip of coffee, guys, because, you know, it's a long one. It's Harry Potter. We've got to go into depth. Yeah, lovely. Okay, then, so we will keep, you know, flicking through this. We are going to give it another artsy game of pop because, honestly, trust me, the case closes quite rapidly because it's so flimsy. Like, you just put it down and all of a sudden it just closes. But, yeah, here we go. So, we've got the lovely disc. And we will have a brief flick through the manual. We won't go mad on the manual because, you know, it's mainly UI and I have already done a video on that. So if you haven't already, definitely check my other video down below. I do go into a bit more depth within the manual. But yeah, here we go. We'll take a look at the awesome disc. Yes, baby. So yeah, here we go. Now, how wonderful is this? Yeah, it is really nice. We have gone purple on this one and I think it is so lovely. And I would say this actually represents more of maybe the calmer scenes that you get in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Not that there is that many, but you can make some calmer scenes if you want to. You can just go and explore the castle to some extent. You know, you can get involved with smaller side quests if you want to. And I believe that just kind of gives it a little bit more of a calming aspect. And I think that is so represented in the disc art here. You know, you have got the castle. And I guess that just tells the gamer, yeah, you know, you've got the castle here. if you want to go and explore it a little bit, yes, you have the opportunity to. And I think that is just so, so wonderful. And again, this lovely purpley effect here around the disc, I would say is actually shined through in some of those kind of like, yeah, darker scenes in the woods, you know, a little bit night-timey as well. So yeah, really, really awesome. And I think, again, the developers knew what they were doing here. They wanted to get some action on the go. Okay, they also wanted to get some stillness on the go, because you can do, there's lots of different, you know, elements in the game that allows you to do that and get, you know, straight into the action and the main story if you want to. So yeah, really, really nice. And actually, yeah, come on, actually let's big it up for the PlayStation 1 disc. There is no crazy, you know, advertisement on this disc, you know, PlayStation 1 or, you know, or yeah, it's just a nice subtle, you know, logo, and that's that. Just let the art do the talking, and how beautiful. And again, there's that lovely lake there that Hogwarts is sat on, and I guess the one that Harry is just gliding over, ready to catch the snitch. So yeah, really, really nice. They've done a very good job with this box art disc. Guys, I'm messing up my words again. What does that mean? It means a sip of coffee. Got to clear my throat. Forgive me, it's Friday, guys. I've probably messed up on the words about 5 billion times already, but, you know, it's the Arctic Gamer, it's rough and ready. You know what you're into by now. Okay, and we will give this a lovely flick through. And yes, there you all are down the camera. If you're enjoying what you're seeing here today, just having an old laugh, just laughing at me in general, then definitely consider giving this video a like. We need to get the likes up, and honestly, it means the world. So yeah, here we go. Popping that disc back in. I will just, you know, just carefully pop it back in, because this, like I said, this ain't good. This ain't good. But anyway, here we go. Just coming over to the manual now. And I've already just gone through the front cover, so I won't go in any further. But yeah, really nice, pristine manual. I am happy with this. It's just, unfortunately, the box. So I think from what I can remember, there isn't too much to look at in this manual. It was just going over basic instructions, UI stuff, start screen, etc. All basic, you know, information. We do have a few little, yeah, screenshots there. Oh my God, Fred and George. Oh my gosh, it is quite small, so I will have to hold it up there. But God, they were ugly, weren't they? Damn. in the game. God, their faces were just mush. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the screenshots are very small. Oh yeah, there we go. That's where all your points go into the jars. With my game through, I think my playthrough. Yeah, Gryffindor lost. Boo. And you know what? Dave, Slytherin won. So there you go. You can have a party there. Yes, here we go. We've got some awesome kind of Quidditch shots there, which are really nice actually. And oh my God, didn't I have trouble playing Quidditch, guys? Didn't I have trouble playing Quidditch? Damn, it's a hard one. It's a hard one, but nevertheless, some really lovely screenshots there of Harry going through those circles to boost his speed, to, you know, aim for the snitch, which was really, really awesome. I mean, to be fair, for the time, it was actually really cool. I had a really good time, although it was frustrating at times. If you just put all that to the side and, you know, think what the developers managed to achieve back then on the PS1 is actually incredible. It really, really is. So a massive shout out. We should never forget that. Yeah, and here we go, just flicking through. Nice, yeah, again, just yeah, nothing too much, just more text now. And there is actually Harry very, very faintly in the backdrop there. Yeah, can you see that? Which is quite nice. Yeah, they did have little backdrops, which is awesome. Yeah, it wasn't just a white page. Yeah, well, there's the forest, I think. Yes, the deep, dark Forbidden Forest. Ooh, yeah. And then, yeah, just flicking that onto the back, and then you get to see that lovely lake as well there. I think this is the image that is used on the disc, so there's a bit more colour now, but do you get my vibe? Do you get my vibe? It is very, very calming, still, nighttime. You kind of get this kind of purpley, bluey, shell shaded effect, you know, in those darker scenes, you know, as you're going into the Forbidden Forest and all of that, but again represents calmness, and you can have those moments in that game. So yeah, really, really lovely, absolutely. Yeah, and there we go, look at that. Oh my god. Now I have kind of done this the wrong way around, because you do get some, yeah, nice screenshots on the back there. I think I've mentioned in my last video and many others, I do prefer a larger screenshot, because that is the thing that your eyes are drawn to when you're picking up a game for the first time. No one is looking at the text, I'm sorry. Everyone wants to look at those awesome pictures at the back. But nevertheless, they have got some, just trying to avoid the glare there, and they are very much startup scenes. You have got that first initial boss fight with Draco, you have got some flying practice there, and that's also when you meet Dumbledore himself, baby. Oh yeah, Dumbledore. Great, and I ain't gonna do my impression, guys, on here. That's only for TikTok. Well, maybe. But yeah, really, really good. I do like, you know, for the time, they've done well to even put something like that together. But actually, let's just appreciate this, actually. This has only just caught my eye. If you actually have a look at the backdrop there, that is almost like a door or a window of Hogwarts, and then you are simply just looking out into the forest, which is actually really nice. Could you imagine that? Like, maybe you're Harry just in the Gryffindor common room, and you know he's got that iconic window, hasn't he, right next to his bed, but he often sits in looking out. And I guess that's kind of what the look they've gone for there. You are Harry just looking out into that Forbidden Forest, and yeah, just, you know, contemplating life, thinking about what's his next challenge, thinking about your next challenge in life. Do you know what I mean? And it's so, so lovely. And again, I love how they have used that, you know, that nighttime scene. I think that really works. Yeah, you've got to use the nighttime scenes, because I think those are the best in Harry Potter, wouldn't you think? Yeah, really, really lovely how they've done that there. And I guess also you can kind of interpret it as a gamer, like, okay, you're looking out into this window, and yeah, you're just looking through, and there are those screenshots. Oh, okay, what have I got planned for this game? Let's go. So yeah, really, really nice. But yes, wow, there we go, guys. That is my complete unboxed experience of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on the PS1. Now I've fully completed it as an adult. So yeah, really, really amazing. And I really had an absolutely fantastic time with this. Yeah, I think I mentioned it in my last video when I do a little bit of like nostalgic talk. My first actual ever, you know, experience of Harry Potter was round a friend's house, and we only just did like bits and bobs here and there. It very was intermittent playing this game. So my actual playthrough just gone was me pretty much picking this up for the first time. Don't get me wrong, I had some lovely memories when I was playing it around my friend's house, but it was only certain things that really stood out, like I think it was that main boss, well, you know, the beginning boss fight with Draco, and of course Hagrid, just kind of, you know, just everyone has that ingrained though in their head, don't they? Just images of Hagrid, big fat Hagrid. So yeah, there wasn't like too many like core memories I had. I just remember being at my friend's house, experiencing it with her sister, but yeah, never did a complete, you know, playthrough at that age. So yeah, I really did go for this for the first time, and I have had a wonderful time at that. So yeah. But anyway, guys, just a quick reminder, our Let's Draw for tomorrow, as it is Friday, baby, is wheezing. Yeah, so we're gonna have a little go at drawing this bad boy tomorrow. We are just gonna do the outlines. We're not gonna colour it. That'll either be Sunday or next weekend, just depending on how we get on. And I do want to put a little bit of an artsy gamer twist on this, because I do want to make this a gift for somebody that is sadly leaving my work to go into the Marines. So I could maybe put a bit of like an army twist on this maybe, but I don't know. You let me know down below. What do you think I should do to maybe make this a little bit more, you know, personalised for my colleague? He's really into the sport and gym. obviously the Marines, the Army, and he's a massive Chelsea fan. So yeah, maybe people comment down below, how should we change this up to make it more appealing to him? Yeah. Anyway, guys, that is me. That is the Artsy Gamer, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Over and out. Right, let's go again, let's go again. Final scenes now. Final scenes as we destroy Voldemort. We're killing him. We're off to get him and kill him. Sorry, I'm really channeling my inner Voldemort at the moment. I hope you appreciate it.